Welcome everyone to the 80's Glam Metal Wire. I am not your host today. I am actually the editor for the 80's Glam Metal Cast, CGM. Now, I'm going to pass it over to Metal Mike in just a little bit, but I'm going to tell you that in today's episode, we got some huge stories for you. From Tesla, Guns N' Roses, and Gene Simmons even blocked Metal Mike on Twitter. This is insane. So be sure to tune in for that. And here's Metal Mike with the news right now.
Thank you, CGM. So we've got some news coming out of the Tesla camp. The 5-man London Jam. New CD and Blu-ray coming from the guys in March. It's going to have all their classic hits like Love Song, What You Give, Signs, and there's also going to be some newer tracks from their later releases. So this will be coming out March 27th. Keep your eyes out for that. We've got some news about the Guns N' Roses upcoming summer tour. And who are they going to have as their opening act? It's Smashing Pumpkins. CGM, what do you think about Smashing Pumpkins being the opening act?
Well, I mean, Guns N' Roses is a phenomenal band. Absolutely fantastic. So they're definitely going to need a great opening act, and Smashing Pumpkins is definitely the right choice. But I'm not so sure if the genres really line up that well, but I don't care. Guns N' Roses and Smashing Pumpkins sounds like a great combo to me.
You know, I agree with some of what you're saying, but as an old-timer, I would rather see Guns N' Roses with an 80s band with them. Somebody like LA Guns or somebody along that line. The problem is a lot of times, especially with Guns N' Roses, they like to distance themselves from the 80s glam and hard rock scene. So that's why you see them taking somebody like Smashing Pumpkins, or they'll have somebody like Snoop Dogg open up. Hey, they're Guns N' Roses. They're going to sell out. They can bring whoever they want. My opinion, I'd rather see somebody from the 80s era with them. Okay, so right now the Monsters of Rock Cruise is going on. So a lot of you metalheads are probably out there right now enjoying all the bands. I mean, we've got some great acts. Tesla, Winger. We've got reunions by bands like Heaven's Edge. And we also have Cold Sweat. Speaking of Cold Sweat, I talked to Marc Ferrari on the 80's Glam Metal Cast. That was our most recent episode, so you have to check that out. It's being picked up by rock outlets like Brave Words, Sleaze Rocks, Hair Metal Heaven. Thanks for all you guys for sharing the stories of the 80's Glam Metal Cast. So if you're out there on that cruise, enjoy, send lots of video, because we want to watch it on YouTube.
Alright everyone, so I'm not sure if you saw on the 80's Glam Metal Twitter, but in preparation for the brand new episode of the 80's Glam Metal Cast, Metal Mike actually put up this pretty cool idea on Twitter. So, all you had to do is put a grandmother's name with a weapon. Now, my personal choice, and you guys can see this on Twitter, I actually came up with Concetta Chainsaw. Metal Mike, what do you think about that?
Concetta Chainsaw, I don't think that's going to be our pick.
Oh, come on.
Sorry, CGM.
Come on.
But there was a lot of funny ones. We were laughing our asses off over some of these responses. So thank you for all of them, and keep them coming. But the main course of all this is the conversation with Steve Blaze. He tells us exclusive information about the new Lillian Axe album coming out this year, and we go back and we talk about all those classic albums from the 80s. Now, we got cut short. We had to cut it to about an hour, but there will be a second episode, a follow-up to that one, so keep your eyes open for that.
And also, be sure to stay tuned in that episode, because we are going to reveal the winner of that special contest, I guess if you want to call it, on Twitter.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
You are gonna get the biggest props you've ever seen. You are gonna be famous because you are going to be picked as the winner of this contest. So stay tuned for that.
Yes, and me and my photo editing skills, I'll try my best to actually bring your cover idea to life right on that episode of the 80's Glam Metal Cast. So be sure to stay tuned and to see if you are actually the winner. Alright, now for the main story of this episode of the Metal Wire. Now, Metal Mike, I know we saw Gene Simmons fairly recently. It was pretty recent, and during his show he was hilarious. But this news story is no joke, I tell you. He actually blocked you on Twitter. Now, what is the reason why he blocked you on Twitter? I just can't understand this.
I've always been a fan my whole life. I don't understand it, but maybe it's some of these negative things that I've been saying about Gene on the 80's Glam Metal Cast, and the negative things I said about Kiss. Let's roll it.
There's no dispute that the guy's got an excellent ear for music. I mean, and I think he's underrated as a songwriter. I mean, when you think back to songs that he's involved with, I mean, they're huge songs that will never be forgotten. Songs like I Love It Loud, Dr. Love, Rock and Roll Night. I mean, these are classics that will be remembered forever. So we got to talk about Kiss. That's my favorite band. What was it like on the Revenge tour? Talk about Kiss.
Kiss was fun, you know, it was amazing.
Being a huge Kiss fan.
Jay, you follow me on Twitter, I follow you, and a lot of the listeners follow me on Twitter, and they probably all know that I'm a big-time Kiss freak, okay? And you were on the Kiss Cruise. Why don't you talk about that a little bit?
Well, we did the Kiss Cruise a few years ago. I mean, who wouldn't want to go now? It was great, you know, what a great experience.
Now, on to Kiss. This is my favorite band. Follow me on Twitter, you know that.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to stop saying those kind of things about Kiss on my platforms. So I can't talk about Kiss anymore. They're off limits. I'll have to join the Great White Army, the Tiger Tails Army. I'm going to have to enlist with somebody else because Gene doesn't want my business.
Yeah, I know Jay Pepper wouldn't block you on Twitter, so yeah.
No, man, we're mates.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed this episode of the 80's Glam Metal Wire. I was really glad to have CGM with me on this episode. He's my teenage son, so we'll try to get him on the mic a little more often, but let me just let you know, the guy's a wizard with all the different tech things that he does, so he's always behind the scenes on every episode of the 80's Glam Metal Cast, and he'll be behind the scenes for the next one coming Thursday. Steve Blaze, Lillian Axe. Rock on!